What's up, everybody? We're back. Portable third. Let's get it real quick. I'm gonna do Ergon first. I think I got everything. It's probably about to kill me. It's okay though. It is what it is. I wasn't really sure what to talk about today, so I decided I'm gonna just talk about like issues and like just some interesting talking points that I thought of. And that's first one we're gonna talk about. I don't know if you know if we're gonna get through it, but education. I like talking about education as it pertains to the United States. Before I say anything else, let me just state the fact that I really don't know a lot about this stuff. This is just my experience. People I've experienced, people I know that have experienced stuff, and I haven't done any actual research. I've watched videos. I have like looked up stuff before, but I haven't done like any actual research. So I'm not gonna try and tell you something, and I'm not gonna spit facts to you or anything. I'm just gonna tell you like based off experience what's going on, what I think the education's like in America, and how I think it could be better. It's basically what we're going for. It's weird. Like didn't get us there. So first off, I think the education in America is bad. How bad is it? Let's say on a scale from talking like a tier list, right? Let's say America's education is probably like we're including college. That's tough, man. I'll maybe give you like a C plus or maybe a B at most. So let's go with the pros. What does America do right with education? Well, they got public schooling, so the opportunity for education, so whether or not it's good education is something else entirely. They have private schooling, which I'm not sure that's a positive thing. I suppose it could be if you can afford it. And then you got college, which is really its own discussion, if I'm being honest. But let's start with the fact that there's public schooling. So I'm looking at my cat, making sure she's not fucking something up. Let's talk about high school. That's probably the thing that everyone can share in common, right? Is high school. The problem with high school is like the core curriculum system. I can't remember where I was hearing this, but I remember it was either like a podcast or a video or something, but I really like this idea. And well, let me say what I think about the core curriculum system first. So I don't think that it's a system, like it works, I guess, but I don't like it. I don't think it's a good system, and I think it pretty much like forces people to learn things they don't need to learn. And not only that, but some people will even drop out of school just because of the fact that they don't even want to learn all the bullshit that they're trying to learn. Because there's not even like there's electives in high school, like a few electives of stuff you want to do, maybe like a class a semester, and then everything else is stuff you're forced to learn. I think like if we were like for being real, like that's stupid. I mean, if you guys ever seen this video, this is a music video done by this guy with long hair. I forgot like what his name is. He wears like glasses. I don't think he wore glasses in the video though. He's kind of tall. It's kind of like a rap video. And it was just how like the school system really sucks, and how like he knows a bunch of useless facts, but he didn't learn things like and these are really good points. Like he didn't learn things about like, okay, investing, saving your money, finding a good job, interviews, resumes, learning like specializing basically, you know, stuff like that, like what you actually want to do. And those are really good points, you know, that's something that you don't really do in high school. You might find your passion. Your passion could be one of the core classes. Your passion could be one of the electives you just happen to want to take. And I guess that's a part of the problem too, is you don't really know what you want. At least maybe some people do, some people don't. But you should still have the option to, I think. So even if you don't know what you want to do, you shouldn't be forced into taking core classes that will have no applicable use to you, right? I don't know what the baseline should be. I think there should be a baseline, because everyone needs to know the baseline of something. But to what extent, you know? Certainly not to the extent they're making us learn it to, which is basically a math class every semester, or every year, an English class every year, science every year. Sometimes, I think some schools do history every year, sometimes they don't. I think history is probably one of the more important subjects, but I think that's opinion-based, so I'll try to stay away from that. But, like, not backed by facts is what I really mean. But like stuff with math, like you really don't need math in a lot of scenarios. And even advanced math that you do learn for a particular degree, you wouldn't even necessarily need to use for your job. So it's really tricky finding like a good balance. But I think the important part is just like for people to have the option to choose what they want to do and how much they want to go down a certain core path. And that would lead to more specialization and stuff. And people actually caring about what they do. Because it's just kind of a shame that like so many people, by the time they're in college, they might still not know what they want to do because they never got the chance to really try to do other stuff, or they felt like they're just not ready for the real world, even by the time they get out of college, maybe. But let's just say out of high school, you're going into the real world. You don't really know anything. You don't know real skills. You don't know a lot of stuff, and all you do know is random facts and stuff that you've learned in school about different things about math and English, and like what a comma splice is and all this other stuff. Like that could or could not help you, but it's not the general purpose stuff that you need. Like stuff like I encountered recently that I really knew nothing about was like a how to get an apartment, and like what's a good apartment, what's like a good what even is a lease, like stuff like that, real adult stuff. Like you just don't know. No one really tells you this stuff. Maybe your parents do. Oh, I gotta mine this guy. Why'd you mine so slow, man? I know I'm not doing the best job of explaining this, but it's off the top of my head and I'm playing a game at the same time, so you'll have to forgive me. But basically the point is you're not ready for real life when you get out. And that's probably a part of the reason why I joined the army. I got out. Let's go over the reasons why I joined the army. Now I could be like, oh, well, I wanted to serve my country. But let's be real, okay? Let's be real. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I had passions, but no skills, no knowledge to pursue them. I didn't have good enough grades to get a real chance at college. I didn't have the money. You know, I didn't come from nothing, but I didn't come from rich. You know, I was like probably just below, like above average, low class. I don't know what you call it, like, but I didn't exactly have like the financial stuff, you know. So it was up to me to find my education, which is a lot of the reason why I joined the army too. You know, was education. The army is like an opportunity, right? It's what you make of it, but it's a stepping stone in life, and I needed to take that because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So that's what I did. But what about people who don't do that, you know, who really, really don't want to join anything like that? I mean, what are they going to do? Just work at some dead-end job, or try and learn some skills while they're doing a minimum wage job in a shitty apartment? Maybe they live with their parents if they're lucky. Like, it's just tough. You're not prepared for the real world when you go out there. And I don't really know what the solution is, but we could certainly do a better job of setting our people up at a younger age. Because when you get to college, let's go from the perspective of a high school student is going into college instead of going into the real world. And then let's say they do know what they're doing, but they came from a not so great background, like in terms of they don't have a lot of money and stuff. Well, they might get college loans. You know, that's a pretty common thing. Let's say they get college loans. If they get college loans, they're gonna be in debt for like the rest of their life. This is something I do know a lot about, or I wouldn't say a lot about, but I found it interesting, so I looked into it. But college debt's serious. College loans are serious because not only are you dealing with the like monthly payment, usually that monthly payment is only enough to cover the interest for that month. So let's say you owe like 20 grand, and that's a really low number. Like, that's not even an average number. I forgot what the average was, but let's just say it's 20 grand. Let's say that the money you pay that month is like 400 or something. That 400 is only the interest. To like actually dig yourself out of the hole, you need to pay like 450. But you don't have 450, you know? Like, so you're kind of just stuck at 20 grand. Maybe you paid a little bit off. So maybe you're at 19,990, you know? And that's 1 month. So a year goes by. Maybe you get $1,000 off. Now you're at 19K. You know, like, that stuff is serious. The interest rates, and it's hard, man. It's really hard. Like, the American dream is hard to accomplish. And I don't know what the answer is, but we really gotta fix it. Kind of messed up. I mean, it really is. Like, I couldn't do the college loan thing. I'm glad I didn't. I think I made the right choice. But that can't be the right choice for everyone. Like, okay, yeah, just go into the military. It'll be fine. Maybe you'll die, man. You know, a lot of people fear that, of course. They fear that they'll They'll have to go to some country and do some crap they don't want to do. They may fear other stuff. Maybe they're just even scared of basic training, like, period, you know, like, I don't wish for anyone to be in the military if they don't want to be. That's why it's voluntary, but for some people that's the only option. Or you're just another dude in your hometown that's just gonna chill there for good, you know? It's our Richard. We're on Burrows, man. Lane. Let's do this real quick. I said we were gonna do like these other quests, right? So ain't got time for that. Gotta hunt 3 Radiants. I think for this one I will take the Mega Nutrients. I didn't even go over... Well, I did go over the cons, I don't even think I thought of enough pros, but... I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a lot about it, but I know some stuff. Some basics. What is that up there? You see that? What is that waving? Where do you think this Rathan's at? Maybe over here? I know where she's gonna be. It's an old trick I don't even know. Just carry her on an egg. There she is. Trying to think of where I was with this. I guess I'll just, I don't know, recap. Core curriculum sucks. It's flawed. You learn a bunch of stuff you don't need to know. You don't get any. You might get a passion. You might get lucky. Maybe you don't. Not a perfect system. I don't have a perfect answer. Sorry. College is bad too, because I haven't even went over the fact that college is also a core curriculum system. There's still core classes I have to take. I'm taking right now. I'm taking a math class that I'll probably never need. Maybe I'll need. I am getting into a business that is at least a little bit math focused, so maybe I'll need it, you know, but like I still have to take that math class. And that really sucks. And if I didn't go to the army, right, you know, I would have probably student loans. I'd be in debt right now. It's really, really tough. Because for the people that do seek the college loan route, by the time they get out of college, they may not even have a job lined up. And even if they do, like, they're still going to be struggling. 'Cause, I mean, not only are they learning how to be an adult, they're learning how to be an adult with debt, with loan payments, being in their first apartment, learning all that stuff. Maybe they have car payments, other bills, you know, there's a lot to do with that. And it is rough, dude. Life is not fair. That is true. You know what's an interesting topic I just thought of, actually? This is going to be even more fun. than what I was thinking about talking about. Okay? This goes really well in line with, like, what we were talking about. Kind of. So you know how I said, like, okay, well, maybe this person didn't come from a good background, and that's why they don't have the money to go to school. Well, let's ask a question, okay? Does everyone... Let's go with the world first. Let's go with the world. Any person who's born anywhere in the world right now, okay? Let's versus them with someone else. Do both of these people have equal chance at life? And they both... Could they both... Let's say... something that's reasonable. Could they both become a... Ooh, I'm trying to think of like a really reasonable thing. I don't even know what to say. I guess let's just go broad. Could they both become successful people? And be on equal terms, like maybe let's say work in the same office. It's, you know, like someone from, let's just go with India. I believe India is the highest population country in the world. Let's say someone from India, a poor person from India specifically, and a middle class person from the US. They're both born the same day. Can they end up in the same social status? And do they have the equal opportunity to get there? Do they have the equal chances to get there? I don't know. We argued about this in Army one time. I believe, and I don't know what side I was on, but it's kind of mixed for me. First off, I mean, if you're born into a poor family, there's no way you have the same initial opportunity as somebody who's born in a rich family. It's just not. There's no way, right? But is that your fault? No. Is that something you can blame other people for? No. It's just facts. So what do you do with that, you know? I think that is what's equal. What you do with it. So... And I think in some ways, the poor person has an advantage because they are learning more skills, and they're, how do I put it? They're becoming a more realistic person, you know? And if they were to reach that same level, the poor person would then probably be better off because they've struggled more, they have more of a story, they understand things more, they could probably reach higher than that middle-class person. Now that's just broad, you know, maybe. Maybe it works that way, maybe it works the other way where the middle-class person, because he had more opportunity, let's say he was taught more things at a younger age that would have cost a lot of money for the other person, or something like that. So you never know with this stuff, like. But do I think that people are equal, like have the equal opportunity when they're born, regardless of race, all this other stuff? Just straight up, like socially, I don't think so. And there's really nothing you can do about it, I guess, besides make the general world better. But that is the truth, you know. I think some people were on both sides of it, like they were saying it doesn't matter where you're from or whatever, you have the same chance as anyone else. I don't know. It's a tough question, right? It's a tough question. Not everyone's got an equal opportunity. But what you do with that in your life is equal. So that's what I think. I think that's a really, really, really cool talking point. could have a lot of discussion on that. I think I was gonna ask a follow-up question with that. Oh, I guess like it's a lot of my audience is in the United States. Let's say that again, not even race, gender, or anything like that. Just poor person, rich person. You know, who has the advantages where, and how much of an advantage is it? Do they have an advantage at all? What do I think? Well, I think they do. The rich people do have an advantage. Because they have the opportunity of money, and money's a big opportunity that opens a lot of doors. It could close a lot of them too, in terms of like your personality. But let's say he's raised by some reasonable parents, not like some spoiled rich kid kind of thing. Then that's probably even more unfair in its own way. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like a video game, right? Like how let's go with speed running, right? There's different seeds you spawn in. Let's go with Minecraft. Okay, so Minecraft let's go with the random seed glitchless run. Okay, obviously there's not equal chance with that, right? Some people have really good seeds, some people have really bad seeds, and then regardless, it's what you got and you're working with it. So is it fair? No. It's luck. You're born into what you're born into, and you have to make the most out of it. And that sucks, man. But that's the truth, you know. So do I think that people are equal? No. Or that came out wrong. People are equal. People do not have equal opportunity. And I'm not even going into race and gender and stuff, because I think those are even more touchy subjects than class, social structure. And I think I want to be educated before I start talking about that. But I think I know enough about class broadly to talk about that. Yeah, damn, we're at 28 minutes, man. Sorry, y'all. I'm just getting my ass beat, dude. 3 Rathens. Beat my ass. Oh my god, dude. Kill me. Actually, don't kill me, but you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get run down. Here we go. Oh. But here is another interesting point, okay? Thought about it. Yes, things are not perfect, things are bad, but we can all agree that life right now is a lot better and a lot more fair than it was any other time period, you know? So that's something we can all be happy about, you know? That is a positive. Wouldn't want to be, I don't know when the Black Plague was. I don't want to say Middle Ages. I think it was before that. Might have been the Middle Ages, but you think we got it bad now? Imagine being in the Black Plague. Like, imagine not knowing the vaccines that we know today, you know? Those are just small examples. So there's positives still, even if life is grim. I think she's gonna be dead soon. We got a whole nother ramp in there. Sucks. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah. Just one more. Well, this video is gonna be longer than I thought. Sorry. I only did 2 quests too. I tried. I guess we can. I mean, I doubt anyone's watching at this point. I'm being real. Like, I know how you people are, man. You're gonna watch this video for like 3 minutes, maybe. But let's say you are watching. Let's say hypothetically you are watching the video, right? Let's talk about video games. Where is this bitch going? Let me see. This way. Okay, so maybe area 7. Okay, not here, so area 3. How you hungry? You just spawned. Pretty rapid spike though. Alright, so video games, right? I want to talk about the effects of video games on your cognitive development. Why would I talk about this? Well, I did a argumentative essay on this exact topic. This is the only argumentative essay I've ever written since like high school. And I did okay on it. I got like an 80 something. But yeah. I wrote basically my title was Video Game Benefits and Where to Find Them. So basically, video games have multiple positive developmental aspects about them. First being yeah, man, I'm blanking, dude. Memory. But memory wasn't even like the main thing, like one of my broad topics, but memory. Specifically, long-term memory. You actually get a lot of activity in your hippocampus, which is an area of your brain which is responsible for long-term memory. The reason why I can always remember that the hippocampus is one of the things that's responsible for your long-term memory is because if a hippo was running through your campus, you would remember that. That's how I remember hippocampus. But actually I have it right here. I'm trying to scroll up and see what I wrote. Okay, yeah, I got it. That said, my 3 main things was visual imagery, problem solving, and visual processing. But I said memory, brain functions, and cognitive functions as well. So yes, memory. I talked about that. How does it affect memory? I'd have to dig into my essay. But I think it was probably due to the fact that I guess a good example is like speed running, or maybe just even doing that game that's really difficult. But to a lot of people, Monster Hunter is difficult, but Monster Hunter is a good example because there's a lot of mechanics in Monster Hunter, and that requires long-term memory to remember how to do them, what they do, how to use them. I mean, let's just go over, like, what is all going into all my memory right now? Like, what have I remembered right now that I'm fighting? I'm remembering my first Rathans that I've killed. I'm remembering how I did damage to them, looking at the wings. I'm remembering this area, Area 3, a deserted island. I'm looking at my health bar. I'm at half health. I'm analyzing that. My stamina, my sharpness. I'm looking at the fact that I have an armor set and not just a random set of armor. I know what my skills are. I know what my skills do. I know what my weapon is. I know what my weapon does. I'm looking at my cats. You know what they do, what their skills are. The area we're in, where the hell this Rathan might be going, because it went that way. And there it goes, right here, right? So, you know, you learn stuff like that, and that's just very basic stuff. I'm sure there's more stuff going on right now in my mind, but even like how I'm using the weapon right now, like stuff like that. And that also goes with the visual processing and problem-solving imagery. I think probably the coolest one to think about is problem-solving. Most games, even just a little bit, always involve problem-solving, because every game is essentially a problem that you have to solve in order to beat it, or progress, or whatever. It's very interesting. I'm trying to think of a good example of a game that's like a problem solver. Well, there's detective games, like L.A. Noire, where you're literally solving problems. That's a cool example. I play a lot of fun games. I guess fun's subjective, but I play a lot of games that are like colony based and like management based. I love stuff like that. I love managing things. So that's a lot of problem solving. Like one of my favorite games right now is Factory Town. I haven't played it in a little while. The reason I haven't played it in a little while is because it's addicting. And I love it so much that I don't want to play it, if that makes sense. Because I don't know how to stop playing it. But basically in that game, like, it's very simple. I'm just trying to make my villagers happy by providing them goods. And when they're happy, they give me money, and that lets me get more goods and stuff, and edit the terrain and make better villages and stuff. And then there's all these complex things like how to, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like a pasture, okay? A pasture will produce, let's say, a raw chicken, okay? This is actually in the game. So a raw chicken pasture, right? And then for that chicken to produce raw pasture, it needs water. So we either provide it from a well, or we provide it from just the fact that it's on water. Let's say that's on water. Keep it simple. The other thing it needs is animal feed. To get animal feed, you need grain. To get grain, you supply that from a grain mill. That grain mill, in order to make animal feed, needs wheat. To get wheat, you need it from a farm, and then the farm also needs water, and it also needs fertilizer in order to replant the things very quickly. So you can see, like, it's a process, right? And it's what's called Factory Town. But that's a lot of problem solving. kind of got onto this at the end of the video, so I could talk about it another time, but there are a lot of benefits to video games, and there's some negatives too. I don't have like that. I don't have the time to explain everything, but basically the negatives do not go anywhere near the positives in terms of output, and there's far more positives than negatives. But with that said, like, does that mean that video games should be your only thing that you use to learn stuff, or your only medium of entertainment, or like the only thing you do? No, that's stupid. Don't be like that. Everything can be good within moderation. What you do with that moderation is on you, but yeah, I don't know. Did that make sense? I think so. We're at like 41 minutes. I'm sorry. I tried. I literally only did 2 quests and it took this long. That's the reality of Monster Hunter. But we got a bunch of stuff left to do. I'm gonna do these off screen though. But we'll do that urgent quest and some other stuff next episode. Alright, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed me talking. Or whatever, I don't know, dude. But catch you next time.